Hi folks, Daniel here. In this video, I'll be taking a look at the Xiaomi Mi Band 5 and exploring the sleep tracking features it has. As somebody who doesn't generally sleep well, I've decided to start looking into the products that may help me. I wanted to take a punt on this because it was so cheap. Literally 8% of the price of my Apple Watch. Surely, if it's more than 1/12 as good, you're in luck, right? Well, let's find out. A quick disclaimer. I bought this product with my own money, and all of the following opinions are my own. Hopefully, this gives you a bit of insight into what you're getting with the Xiaomi Mi Band 5. Also, I'm not a scientist or a sleep expert or whatever. I'm just a very tired individual on a quest to find tools and tricks to get a better night's kip, and reporting what I find along the way. How much was it, and why is it so cheap? The recommended retail price of this boy is £40 British, but you can find them in most places for around £28. This works out to about $38 American, or 2,900 Russian rubles. Xiaomi have always priced their products aggressively, and the Mi Band 5 is no different. The business model tends to favour pricing devices at or close to cost, and making a profit on services. For comparison, the Fitbit Inspire 2, which is a device with a similar appearance and features, is between 2 and 3 times more expensive. Trawling around Amazon brings up these unbranded sleep trackers that are all very similar in appearance and price. I suspect the price point for the Mi Band 5 is an attempt to make these seem low quality and the Fitbit to seem overpriced. What do you get in the box? My box arrived slightly dented by the delivery guy, so I can only assume that yours won't get bonked on the noggin. The packaging reflects the stack 'em high, sell 'em cheap vibe, with a small, simple box, complete with hang hole. Inside, you find the Mi Band 5, the charging cable, and a multi-language instruction booklet. What app does it use? To use the Mi Band 5, you need to install the Mi Fit app. This is available for both iPhone and Android, and you don't need a Xiaomi device for it to work. Here, I'm going to quickly set the app up on a spare Samsung A70. To do this, open the app and create an account. Set your country or region and enter an email address and password. Then, it asks for a nickname, a gender, and your age, height, and weight. Your phone will open up a permissions panel, so give it access and start the pairing process. It sits there and thinks for a while, and then you're done. How does sleep tracking work? A very simple set and forget system takes care of sleep tracking. The Mi Fit app doesn't require you to manually set a bedtime, instead using the heart rate and motion sensors to identify when you're no longer awake. I reviewed the Apple Watch SE, which you can watch here, and my one hang-up with that was the limited data supplied in the Apple Health app. Rather than just show awake and asleep states, the Mi Fit app shows light, deep, and REM sleep. How accurate is the data? While it's never going to be as accurate as a scientific EEG device for the price, it provides a great starting point for knowing how much sleep you're getting. I measured 1 week of data where I wore the Mi Band 5 and the Apple Watch SE. The Mi Band 5 uses data from the Mi Fit app, and the Apple Watch SE tracks sleep with auto sleep, as it gave a more detailed breakdown than the native Apple Health app. Let's take the 10th of March as an example. I know I slept awfully, and the Apple Watch recorded this quite accurately. The Mi Band 5 showed that I was awake for 9 minutes at 1 AM and 6 minutes towards 2 AM. If only this was the case. I woke up at midnight for 15 minutes, then again at 1 AM, and stayed awake until 2:45 AM. I also woke up at 5:15 AM and stayed awake until my alarm went off at 6:30 AM. with a 15-minute nap in between. The Mi Fit app claimed I slept for 7 hours and 52 minutes, when in reality it was much closer to the 5 hours 33 minutes the AutoSleep app tracked with my Apple Watch. The average difference between the two trackers was 44 minutes per night over the course of the week. The closest the Mi Band 5 got to the Apple Watch was 7 minutes. The furthest away was 2 hours 19 minutes. How long is the battery life? To put it simply, it's pretty wild. The official battery life is stated to be 14 days of standard use and 21 days in power-saving mode. I only used the band to test the sleep tracking features, and in 1 week, I didn't charge it once. Conclusions. Overall, I feel that the Xiaomi Mi Band 5 is a surprisingly affordable fitness tracker. The long battery life and discrete design make it wearable for most, and the user-friendly app gives you a lot of sleep tracking features for your money. It isn't premium, and it isn't a flagship smartwatch, but that's entirely the point. Here are 3 things I didn't like and 3 things I did. First, the not-so-great stuff. 1. I'm never a fan of proprietary charging ports. The magnetic 2-pin connector the Mi Band 5 uses is just another thing to keep around the house. You can get a replacement for a few pounds, but it isn't something you can easily find at an electronics store if you forget it while travelling. 2. Accuracy. While it's impressive that such an inexpensive device can distinguish different sleep stages, some of the data was wildly out of sync with the Apple Watch. 3. While this falls outside of sleep tracking, it has lots of features that put it into the smart sports watch bracket. The only problem is that it's very much a fitness band in appearance, which might not be as suitable for everyday wear for some people. And to leave on a positive note, here are the things I did like. 1. For such a cheap device, the build quality is pretty decent. Sleep tracking is just one feature of this fitness band, so the fact that it's discreet, simple, and aesthetically pleasing is important for everyday wear. 2. While the accuracy is questionable, the Mi Fit app is good at putting your sleep data into perspective. A simple dashboard that tells you how well you're sleeping is rare with cheap fitness trackers, and this was better than most. 3. 2-week battery life is crazy. It's unfair to compare the Mi Band 5 with the Apple Watch, but not having to charge it every day is a convenience that goes a long way. So, would I recommend it? For the price, it's an impressive fitness band. The sleep tracking capabilities are limited, but it seems consistent with itself at least, so you can use it to start implementing better sleep habits in your everyday life. If you found this video interesting, consider subscribing. It will keep you in the loop for the sleep products I'll be reviewing in the future, and will reassure me that I'm not just shouting at this guy on the phone. Look, he's shouting back. What a maniac. Liking the video is apparently a good thing too, so if the mood takes you, go crazy. And finally, if you are struggling to sleep, try listening to the Go Back to Sleep podcast. I read from a non-fiction book each week, which is absolutely as boring as it sounds, and may help you nod off. I'm Daniel, and this is Go Back to Sleep.